This middle-aged man is starving. In front of him is a modest-looking little restaurant. He walks in and sits down, noticing the customer next to him eating a delicious pork chop rice. But the portion looks very small. For Mark, this small portion would definitely not be enough. So he decisively orders a large portion of pork chop rice. When he says this, everyone around him is stunned. The female waitress kindly advises him to order the small portion, saying it will be enough.
いいから持ってこい。大盛り、つべこべ言わず。
お待たせしました。
うわ！
カツ丼大盛りです。
But Mark is not pleased, and he stares at the food in front of him, shocked. He never imagined the large portion would be this big. Compared to the regular bowl next to him, the large bowl's portion is simply outrageous. What kind of portion settings does this restaurant have? He quickly opens the menu to find an answer. However, the next second, Mark is stunned again. The large bowl is just one level higher than the regular bowl, and it turns out the customer next door isn't eating from a regular bowl, but from a lady's bowl. At this moment, the waitress approaches Mark with a camera, telling him that everyone who challenges the large bowl must have their picture taken. Even more surprisingly, the photos will be displayed on the wall at the entrance of the restaurant, and so far, no one has been able to finish the large bowl. Mark imagines his failure photo on the wall, and immediately feels like giving up. But he had already boasted earlier, and now he can't back out. Reluctantly, he accepts the challenge, declaring that he will create a legend. He picks up his chopsticks and begins the challenge. Not long after, Mark finishes the top layer of pork chops, thinking that once he finishes the rice, he'll be victorious. But to his surprise, another layer of pork chops appears beneath the rice. Mark speeds up and finishes it, only to find yet another layer of pork chops in front of him. It turns out, the large portion of pork chop rice has 3 layers. They resemble a giant pork chop monster, trying to bury Mark in a desert of pork chops.